Our technological and economic advances have heralded a new era, an era characterized by rapid change and transformation. These changes impact every facet of our lives, including the job market and the educational system that prepares individuals to enter it. Today we'll examine the relationship between university degrees and the U.S. job market. The influx of young professionals with university degrees has dramatically reshaped the U.S. job market. The prevailing assumption that a bachelor's degree is a stepping stone to higher earning potential and upward mobility has driven a considerable increase in college attendance. However, this trend is not without its challenges. As degree holders enter the job market in unprecedented numbers, certain fields are now saturated with talent. This surplus of qualified applicants has given rise to a novel problem: underemployment. In such cases, individuals either work jobs that don't require a degree or do not use their acquired knowledge, skills and abilities to the fullest extent. Concurrently, there are industries besieged with shortages for workers possessing specialized skills. Though these fields offer attractive remuneration and significant growth potential, the dearth of academically trained individuals has hampered their productivity. This introduces a new term to the employment vocab: the skill gap. Amid these developments, the relevance and significance of a university degree is increasingly under scrutiny. It's crucial for us to assess whether these credentials are the most efficient and viable means of garnering knowledge and skills, considering the nature of the current job market. On one hand, it's clear that several industries require academic qualifications as a basic entry requisite. So, a university degree has indisputable value in allowing individuals to access certain roles and professions. However, questions arise about the nature of these qualifications and their alignment with actual job requirements. Some argue that, despite significant advancements in technology and market dynamics, university curricula have not kept pace. Consequently, graduates face knowledge gaps that are often filled through on-the-job training. This temporary inadequacy is a significant source of mismatch between expectations of the employer and the capacity of the employee. On the other hand, increasing sentiment suggests that a university degree may not be the best pathway for every job role. Vocational training and apprenticeships might be better suited to prepare individuals for employment in certain industries. This alternative equation may offer another perspective to the increasing economic disparity. Indeed, about 30 million jobs in the United States that don't require a bachelor's degree pay relatively high salaries. These so-called good jobs typically offer a median salary of $55,000, and nearly half of workers without a bachelor's degree can access them. Ultimately, the job market is dynamically responsive to economic supply and demand. Given that, the implications are far-reaching, wisdom must inform our educational choices. It's the subtle tuning of supply and demand, based on accurate assessments of industry needs, that will bridge the disconnect. From the stance of the universities, disruptive change is underway. Many institutions are seeing the writing on the wall and are creating new paradigms to better integrate with the job market. They are introducing more employer-driven programs and focusing on understanding the demand patterns. Moreover, universities are increasingly encouraging students to amass a diverse skill set rather than specialize in a single field. This provides a useful hedge against sudden market shifts and the growing demand for cross-functional expertise. Among the most significant drawbacks of the current degree-centric approach is student debt. While the promise of higher earnings often justifies borrowing for education, it's clear that underemployment often fails to deliver on that promise. The creation of massive open online courses, MOOCs, and other forms of online learning offers a potential way out. They have the capacity to reach wider audiences at a fraction of the cost of traditional education, effectively democratizing access to valuable knowledge. As we continue to adapt to the expectation of constant change, perhaps it is not the importance of a university degree that needs to be reassessed, but rather the value of perpetual learning. It is no longer enough to gain knowledge, one must also commit to updating and broadening it. As an alternative, boot camps have gained traction in the last few years. They offer intensive, vocational-style learning in specific areas, enabling participants to acquire practical skills in areas such as coding, data analysis, and digital marketing in a matter of months rather than years. Boot camps offer hands-on experience and direct interaction with experienced professionals, providing a faster and more targeted route into employment. In fact, studies show that boot camp graduates often find employment and hit median salary levels relatively quickly. In the decades to come, we can expect to see further blurring of the lines between traditional and alternative forms of higher education. There is likely to be increasing collaboration between them, as institutions leverage the strengths of each to deliver the most effective learning experience. Society, too, has a role to play in encouraging a paradigm shift. As we accept that success is not always contingent on a university degree, we need to remove the stigma from other forms of education and ensure that they are considered and respected equally. As we delve further into the world of constant transformation, the journey of shaping our future masses will be intriguing but tumultuous. The very essence of disruption lies in questioning the status quo, tearing down old structures, and building anew. With the perspectives outlined here, it is clear that we are in the midst of a journey towards disrupting the very underpinnings of education to better serve the needs of the evolving job market. We're witnessing exciting times with the education and employment arenas on the brink of novel transformations. As we undergo the learning curve that comes with change, it's integral to remember that no one solution fits all. The real change will not emerge from any one segment but from a collective understanding and a collaborative spirit to work synergistically as a cohesive whole. The emerging trend of eclectic partnerships and creative industry-academia collaborations is likely to bring about the most significant revolution. While there is no denying the extensive nature of the current transformations, it is crucial to remain cognizant of the inherent complexities and constantly evolving nature of the job market. To be successful in this dynamic environment, one must constantly reassess and adapt. Both the university and the employer are involved in a continual game of catch-up, striving to predict demands and supply, thereby attempting to close the gap. As history attests, it takes time for systems to adjust to significant changes in the economy, signaling an enduring waiting period. As challenges persist, the landscape is rife with possibilities and opportunities. College graduates, vocational school students and those undertaking boot camp training all have paths to success with continually changing landscapes opening multiple ways for economic mobility. The ecosystem of the future seems to be transforming into a more balanced and blended network of education and employment. There is no dominating unique solution, albeit potentially more prosperous and sustainable options are increasingly surfacing. As it stands, a university degree still holds a powerful position in opening important windows of opportunity. However, the key to seizing these possibilities does not necessarily lie in the achievement of the diploma itself, but rather in the insightful, adaptable, continuously learning individual it represents. It's important to remember that no change, no revolution completes overnight. This process is ongoing, and as every day dawns, the journey continues. It is filled with difficult dialogues, courageous decisions, and an unwavering commitment to bettering the status quo. The imminent change comes not from circumventing the tradition of a university education, but from complementing it with non-traditional methods of learning that are more responsive to an ever-evolving job market. The end goal remains the same, creating opportunities for all and enabling economic mobility. As we navigate these complex waters, it is clear that adaptive measures must be taken by all stakeholders: aspiring job seekers, educational institutions, employers, and society at large. By identifying and addressing the root causes of disparity and inefficiency, it is not only possible but also necessary to chart a course to a balanced, collaborative ecosystem. The direction of our North Star in this journey, a higher economic balance, a better job education loop, is forged not by any one trailblazer, but by the collective wisdom of this journey. The rising generation pushed not by the fear of conditional expectations but propelled by the purpose of unlimited potential, ensuring that they are ready to adapt, ready to collaborate, ready to lead.